water is coming out of the tap
Uh-huh.
tells, I guess, that water's still going through, right? Because it's not coming from the house, I wouldn't think.
I'm sorry, could you rephrase that question for me?
Yeah, just a sec. Paula, would you go in and just check to see now if water is in the tap?
Tap in the house?
In the house, yeah. It is turned off. Now, I suppose it would drain though, wouldn't it? It's going to drain out.
If you open up the tap,
There's water going to come out.
we have all the water on, so the water's going to come out.
No, I turned it off over there.
Well, water's going to come out of the tap because the valve doesn't work.
The valve doesn't work.
I'm just doing a video report here of this. This is Fred Burrows, Swift Plumbers, and what we have here is the customer called. They thought it was an outside leak. She's just turned on the water in the home, and see it moving? That's moving because the shutoff valve on the side of the home does not work. Walk over here and show you. We've got a ball valve, a 1-inch ball valve. Did not work. Customer wasn't here, so this and there's your ball valve. It's in the off position, and now that's going to make the meter move, so now the meter will be moving. So what happened here is they thought that it was off. So if that valve did work and the meter was moving, it would show the leak is between the meter and the house. Because the valve didn't work, it didn't show that. Now what we did find was the toilet in the guest bathroom leaking. Customer did know about that, but couldn't believe that much water went through the toilet. So what I'm going to do is turn this all the way on. You'll see the pressure is going to get much better because that ball valve is partially closing, but it's just not turning all the way, even though you see it turn right here. So that valve doesn't work. So we shut this down. Now the thing that happens when we shut this down and leave the toilet off is the meter sits still.
Okay, what I can tell you, when I went in and turned the water on, it was working fine.
Yep.
Partway through, it seemed like it was running out.
I turned on the hose bib, that's why.
And then it came out normal again.
Yeah, well, it's on now.
Yeah.
So what do you say?
Same thing I've always said.
Here's that the valve must be.
The valve is broken. And your meter is pointing right here. Right there.
Which means what?
It's sitting still. It means you don't have any other leaks. So the concern was, what if there's another leak? This is the thing that makes your water bill go high. And if we're using water somewhere, that little spinner right there, the red spinner, has to spin, or it has to move. We've got all the water on outside and inside at this point except for that toilet. Now if we turn that toilet on, that red spinner is going to move.
Shall I turn the toilet on?
No, we already know that. We've seen it.
Okay.
It moves and stops, moves and
According to
stops.
the guys that were here before, they said that moved every 10 minutes. It turned around, apparently. Whatever that means, I have no idea. I think it was every so many minutes. So, if the toilet's off, then it shouldn't move, basically.
And it won't. We'll sit here for 10 minutes. Not that I need to.
Once the traffic go by.
Yeah, I'm only helping you guys. I figured this out in 2 minutes.
If I hadn't told you the toilet was leaking because you said make sure all the water's off, would you have figured it out as quickly?
Yeah,
Oh.
because number one is, where is it leaking? I go by nothing you guys tell me. I go by nothing the city told you. I go by nothing. I look at the water meter, okay? When that water meter's sitting still, when I initially got here, right away I eliminated all underground piping, instantly. That was done for me. So then the next step was discovering the valve. The way you do that is you shut the valve off and see if it works. After we see that it moved and stopped, and I told you, when I seen it moving and stopping and I had that in the off position, I said it's one of two things. There's something else running off the water line that would fill. There is nothing else here off the water line that fill, or your valve doesn't work. And when I went over and tested the valve and turned on the hose bib, water came out. It told me the likely suspect was the valve not working. I was correct. So once we've discovered that the valve was not working, then after that point, we know that that leak has to be something inside that's filling. So whether you tell me or not, I explained to you that something inside is filling. So what would we have that would fill?
Toilet.
Ice maker, toilet, which an ice maker is going to fill and stop, so that wouldn't cause your problem, so it wouldn't even be something I'm looking at. So a toilet, or some people have a water softener. Most of them are outside, sometimes they're in the garage. A water softener would also do the same thing, and some people have a softener underneath their sink that's tapped into the kitchen drain. That also would do the same thing if it's regenerating, over regenerating, okay? Constantly running. I found leaks in them before. You shut it off, it stops the meter, you know? Two things, you guys, while we're talking, all right? It's to my benefit if you have a leak underground. I make more money. I get to repair it, all right? It's to your benefit that you don't, okay? I mean, and that's an important thing to understand. It's not...
No, I'm happy.
You know,
if you've solved the problem, I would be happy.
I agree that that's the case. What I just don't want to happen is that I'm revisiting this
and I can't tell you you won't. I can never tell you that.
No, I know.
You know, especially when this house is unattended. Anybody can do anything. I'm not saying they would, but people call me out. You think this is bad? At least you got it isolated. People pay me a few $100 to go out to their house and tell them they have no leaks, and then they want me to Houdini it and figure out where the water went. I can't go backwards. I can't time travel.
No.
So I have no clue of where the water went. I can look at their toilets and say this could be a suspect, but if nothing is currently leaking, they didn't have a leak. The water went. So where did the water go? I can't. I mean, I can't speak to that, you know? But one of the ways to and you know, just so you guys know, when you're wondering, don't forget what I said earlier. All right? This right here, you could tell it's a newer meter, right? Because this spot, 1 million, that's your 100,000, that's your hundreds of gallons. Okay? Once this 3 moves, it moves up 1. Now, I told you this is a different type of meter.
Right.
One thing we can do is we can run this water, okay, to see what this is, because usually these have a bigger wheel on them and they have a number 1 through 10 on it, okay? And once this spins around, it's 1/10 of a gallon. But this meter, which I don't think is as nice as the other ones, just has a spinner on it and your numbers.
The old meter that was there, they took in and supposedly took it to the lab or whatever, and they said that it was inaccurate and that it was only charging me for 8.9.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Instead of 10.
Yeah, you never want them to take a meter. That's a good note. Okay?
I didn't ask them to take it. Well, I did ask them to check it because...
Yeah, you don't even want them to check it. You know why, you guys? When meters make mistakes, they're going to make mistakes. 99.999% is going to be to under, not overspin. But I did see. I have had it 2 times. Okay?
Yeah.
And because for it to overspin like that, it's going to take a sizing difference from the wrong meter being put into where it's going. It's very rare. I've seen it in that coupler before. That's usually it's going to work to your favor.
So that number hasn't changed.
Not only has the number not changed, but from the beginning of this video to the end of this video, this little pointer, see, this is a triangle, but I'm always looking at this pointer right here. And believe it or not, this is going to be the longest, one of the longest, boringest videos I've ever done, because we are now We're at 10 minutes, okay? But in about 3 more minutes, we're going to be at our 10-minute time frame where nothing has moved.
How are you?
Too
Hi.
busy, and I gotta go for a tennis match, but
Well-
I wanted to say hello first.
Hello.
I was wondering if you guys here. Yeah, we got here Saturday. Had a great trip. So, how about you guys? Good. Took an extra day. Talked them down.
We'll see you shortly when we get organized.
See you later.
Okay. Had to hit a decline on that call
Oh, no.
so the video would keep going.
Well, that's an interesting conclusion. Never ever thought about the turnout valve, that's for sure.
What was the last? I just assumed it worked. So that has to be fixed.
Well,
I'm going to throw a flapper in for you guys.
Okay.
No charge on that. It's
Oh,
just
that would be
included,
lovely.
okay? I'm just going to put it in there,
Okay.
all right?
I'd like that.
If you want a new 1-inch valve, $195.
wow.
It's pretty cheap, isn't it?
Yeah, on top of the 300. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, 1-inch valve, we have to rework that pipe work to get that installed correctly.
So the cost then would be the 300 plus 195?
Correct.
Wow.
Not bad, huh?
Wow.
I don't think so. I think we're a tad on the cheap side, my own opinion. But it is what it is. Actually, they may have a discount on there for a valve.
Oh.
I'm not normally the one that puts a valve in, you guys, but they probably got a discount for a
Well,
valve.
that would be good.
But it's not going to be much. It's gonna. I mean, it's gonna
A
save.
discount is
It's going to
better than
save you a
nothing.
trip. It's still going to cost you. I'm guessing. I'll look up the rates on the thing. I'm normally just doing pipe repairs while I'm here. If you had a leak below your cement slab, it would have been $550 for me to bust a hole. If you had me dig through your ground, it would have cost you $225 for me to do it and repair it.
Then we have to get the concrete in too, wouldn't we? Concrete placed.
Yeah, as long as it's not a driveway or a drivable situation, then I put the concrete back if it's a slab leak.
Well, this is a driveway though.
Right, but out here, yeah. So you would have to get that repaired if there was a leak down there. I could patch it for you, but you wouldn't want to drive on my patch. I only use Quickcrete. I am not a mason. I do not do good on cement.
So basically, the $300 is sort of a visit charge in a way, isn't it?
$300 is for my ability to do leak detection.
But not necessarily using leak detection equipment.
No. You'll read that in the if you read that in the summary of what your appointment, it says it right there in what was sent to you when she scheduled it with you. It actually describes what I'm doing.
Veronica.
Yeah. But once you scheduled, you got a text and an email.
Yes.
And in that email, especially, you're going to see a description of exactly. I worded that real well. Truth be told, you guys, the worst job that I actually have is when the customer doesn't have a leak. You know why? Or if it's a leak like this. Because I put pressure into your line if you've got a leak, and I use my little listening equipment. Darn near all the time, within about 10 minutes, I've already located your leak. My job is done. It's easy. That's your leak. There's an X on the floor.
Right.
A spot in the yard right here. There you go. We're done. But when there's not a leak, or if it's something to do with the toilet,
Right.
I'm stuck doing this. Not for me,
No.
but to try to make you guys feel better. You know,
Yeah.
that's why I'm doing it. I'm just doing it to make you guys feel better.
Oh my God.
All right, let me see how far we are.
And I only feel so good.
I know you're not going to feel great about this. I understand. I really do, you guys. But I'm going to do a second thing for you guys, though, while I'm here, okay? What I want to do is I want to go ahead and I know we're taking a lot of time doing this. We're way over 10 minutes. I started this a few minutes in,
Yeah.
but I'm at 15 and a half minutes in this video, and I'll send you a link to this video.
Okay.
So you can
we'll
actually
sit
see
and
start
watch
to
it for
finish. And
15
it's a
minutes.
boring video, but you'll hear us talking, okay? But it doesn't have your name or address or anything on it, so you got to follow the link because it'll be hard for you to find without it, okay? But I keep privacy an issue when you're uploading links. But you'll be able to see that at the beginning of my video, this little pointer, everything but this pointer just before the 0, you're going to see that little pointer just stayed still the whole time we did this.
Other than
Okay.
when you turned the water on, right? Wasn't the
Or the
water
to-
turned on at some point?
Well, the toilet would be the determinant.
No,
Yeah.
the toilet was shut off when we started this.
No, this is with everything on except the toilet.
Yes.
The whole purpose
And
of
I
this,
went in, though,
the
to
whole
turn the
purpose
water
of,
on.
no, I started this after that.
Oh, okay.
The whole purpose of this video
Mm-hmm.
was to make you feel good about the fact that this meter's not showing any other leak, okay? That's the purpose of this. That's why we did this. This is just not make you feel good, make you feel better, because feeling good about this whole situation ain't gonna happen. I agree with you.
As I said, Mike, what you're responding to is that concern I have that.
And you know what I'm going to do to help you, because I think it's worth a little bit more of my time to help you understand that leak. So I think what I'm going to do is go in there. I'm going to go in there and turn on the toilet, okay?
Yeah.
And when I turn on that toilet, rather than even doing the math here, I've got an easier way to do it. I'm going to turn on the toilet, let it fill all the way up. Then I'm going to shut it off, okay? And then we're going to see how long it takes to empty. I'm going to time it for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay? That's a good way to determine how many gallons it took,
Yeah.
you know, in what amount of time, okay?
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to see, okay? But I'll end this, you guys. I mean, this is you'll probably never. You better fast forward through this video. I feel sorry for anybody else who looks at this video, because you're gonna see.
Well, I get the popcorn ready.
Don't be surprised. Do it when you feel like you want to go to bed. Watch this thing and let it put you to sleep. But use the volume down, because I don't have the softest of voices. So I'm going to end this video for the customer, and I'll shoot a link to him of it.